Hello everyone, this is Dr. Lennon, and I just want to walk you through the Floyd's bumpers problem. So this is on MindTap. This is problem number 6. So I had a few people telling me they were having some trouble with it, so I thought I'd walk you through it. So basically we have this file, and we want to calculate how much it costs to ship all these goods. So let's get into the file. So what's going on is we have in this A column a whole bunch of zip codes, and there's over 1,000 things in terms of shipment centers and things like that. And we want to figure out how much it costs to ship to each place. And basically what we need to do is we need to look up the zip code, and then the zip code, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different location centers that they can ship from. And then this chart is telling me all the distances from the shipment centers to the respective zip codes. So basically I've created a distance and a cost, and the way they would do the distance is they would pick the distance to be the minimum of all the options in terms of shipment centers, right? You want to ship to the one that's closest because then it's going to cost you less and it'll get there faster. So I'm going to create a minimum distance for each of these shipment centers to start off. So that's pretty easy. This is the first one. These are zip codes of the shipment centers, not actual distances. And then this is the distance code. So for instance, 00738 is 731 miles, 1312 miles, 1262, 2735, and 1178. So we expect the shipment to come from Charlotte. So that's all we have to do is hit minimum, and then we go ahead and select the 5 cells next to it, hit enter, and it gives us the 731. So that's good. So then we drag that down all the way to the bottom. Like I said, let's see how many cells. I think it's like 1,000, 1,032. So now we've got all this populated, so we actually know the distances, the minimum distances. So that'll tell us how to ship. Now what we need to do is we need to calculate the distance by looking it up, but I'm not going to go through this chart and match it up. That takes too long. You could probably do it with a VLOOKUP function, but they suggested to do it with a match function and the index function. So what the index function is going to do is, here we go, the index function. And what that's going to do is I want to enter the array of the things I want to look up, and it's going to tell me, okay, I'm going to look up this zip code. The array that we're looking things up from is the customer zip code array right here. So we're going to, again, scroll down to get all those values. So we have all those zip codes included now. And I'm going to do one thing first. Remember, oh, jeez, should undo that. Well, I think I remember it. I think it's I4 to I1032. But what I want to do is I want to include $signs around the I's, because I'm going to have to fill this down, and I don't want that array that it's searching for these zip codes to move as I fill down. So what that does is it keeps it a nice static array to search for the appropriate zip code. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to do match, and match is going to have the lookup value, so it's going to tell me what to look up. And then it's going to give me the distance. So what I want to look up is I want to look up the zip code. Oh, I've got the index actually backwards. So the index should be giving me the minimum distance of the zip code. So I did this kind of in reverse. So let's switch that. The distance that I want to place is actually this O array that corresponds exactly to this one. So let me just make sure I'm down getting them all, yeah. So what I want to do is I want this one to actually be O and not I. So capital O. And then the match, what I want to do is I want to match the customer zip code, and I want to match that to the zip code array, not the distance array. And that zip code array is this one right here in column I. So that's going to go from I4 to I-1032. And then in the match, I want to have one more argument. It's a 0. There's 3 options: 1 less than 0, exact match, or -1 greater than. So we want to match it exactly, and then we're good to go. And that pops out the distance, and then we can populate the distance for every single zip code, all the way down to the bottom. So there's 574 orders. We have all the distances. And then that's all we have to do is figure out the cost. And the cost is going to be the cost per mile. And that's getting multiplied with the distance. And then we also need to do the fuel surcharge per mile times the distance as well. And again, I want these two numbers that I've got to stay put where they are. So I want C1 to be in $signs, and I also want G1 to be in $signs. And I hit enter, it gives me the cost of that order, and as I go all the way to the bottom, I'm going to get all my costs. So there we go. The problem asks for the total sum, so that's, I already had this filled out before, so we just hit sum, and then we return all the contents here. So the sum of all these going a little slowly, but here we go. Cost of all these. Hit the wrong cell again. So drag down to the bottom. Okay, there we go. That's the sum. And we enter it into MindTap to see if we get the right answer, which we should. 641,596.98. Let's go ahead and check it. And we got it right. So that's how you handle problem number 6. So good luck on trying to get that one done.